Hi guys, alright, so today I wanted to come and do a review for you guys using the Coastal Scents Reveal 2 palette. So for those of you that have watched my previous makeup tutorials, you guys saw that I was using a different palette. I was using the Reveal 2 palette from Coastal Scents, and I promised you guys that I was going to do a review on this palette after I was able to play around with it and see if I could get some looks out of the palette. So if you guys aren't familiar with Coastal Scents, then they're just a makeup company that sells makeup products online. Their website is coastalscents.com. I will have their information below in the description bar for you to check them out. But they have really nice tools, really nice makeup products, from foundations to eyeshadows to blushes. They have eyeshadow palettes. They even have the palettes for you to put your eyeshadows in. So if you guys aren't like into the ready-made palettes, like the standard pre-made palettes, then they do have empty palettes for you to create your own palettes by just purchasing the Coastal Scents Hot Pots. I definitely like to have pre-made palettes because when you're traveling, it's just easier to grab a pre-made palette that has the brow bone colors, the transition colors, lid colors, everything in one palette, and you don't have to worry about picking eyeshadows or creating a palette just for you to travel with. So the Reveal 2 palette is a palette that is supposed to have the rose gold or the pink undertone theme going throughout the palette. A lot of people was comparing this to the Urban Decay Naked 3 palette because of the rose gold thing and the pink undertones in the palette. They compared it to the Naked 3 palette, and I can see why, because of the theme. But to be honest with you, the Urban Decay palette and the Coastal Scents palette both have their own identity. Like, you can compare it kind of, but they both have eyeshadows that can't be compared to one another. I can see the similarities, but I definitely won't tell you you need to get this over this, or you should get this over that, because they both have their own unique things going on with the palette, to be honest with you. I love both of them. So right off the bat, they remind me of the Coastal Scents Hot Pots. It's the same texture, same consistency. A lot of them are like really very pigmented. Colors come off very vibrant. Don't have a color with as far as the color showing up. You can definitely build these up if you want a more intense color, but to be honest with you, I mean, one application you'll get enough color, in my opinion. The shimmer colors, all of them are really nice. They swatch very like buttery, I want to say. Like, they swatch really nice and very pigmented and very pretty. I definitely love these two golds at the end. They have that pink rose gold color that you're looking for, like that pink undertone in the gold. So pretty, very gorgeous for a brow bone color as well. I would say the only eyeshadow in the palette that I have problems with, and I don't know if it's just my palette, but it's the light pink here. It does, when I swatch it, it comes off like powdery, and you can see a lot of chalkiness and fallout with it. So I don't know why, but it doesn't swatch creamy or buttery like all of the other shadows. I mean, every single eyeshadow in this palette swatches really buttery and really smooth, but that one, when I swatch it, it's like flaky. Like, I can see, I can do that and then it's just fall out everywhere. So I don't know if it's just my palette like that, or if that eyeshadow's like that in general. All of the other eyeshadows, very pretty. I just love this bottom row here. This bottom row here is so good for like the smoky eyes. The fall season, perfect palette for the oxblood colored lips. The smoked out purple, deep purple lips are in trend right now, and I think this palette complements those looks very well. So if you're going to be doing a lot of traveling for the fall season, then this is definitely a palette that you will want to have on hand. And I just love how convenient it is, how small and sleek it is. It will fit in your makeup bag. It's very small. Let me see if I can get, if you guys are familiar with their blending brushes, this is the length. It's almost about the same length as a blending brush, so it's not very long at all. I mean, it's just, and it's lightweight, and it does have like the metal, not the metal, the magnet close. I was able to create an entire makeup look by using just this palette. I didn't have to grab any other eyeshadows. I mean, you definitely can if you wanted to use a transition or a crease color other than what they have in the palette. But for this look, I just said to myself I was going to do an entire look without grabbing for any other eyeshadows, and I was able to do that. And the more you work with the palette, you'll start to find out that you can get more and more looks out of this palette. If you have that creative mind, you can definitely get away with several looks out of this one palette. So it is really, really nice to have, really gorgeous. So hopefully this was helpful to you guys and helped some of you that was trying to debate whether or not you should get the Naked 3 or the Reveal palette. Honestly, if you can, I would say get both, because you definitely don't want to miss out what's going on with this palette because you got this one, and you don't want to miss out on what's going on with this palette because you got this one. Alright, so I'll see you guys in the next video. That's all I have for this review. I hope this helped you guys, and until the next video, guys, stay flawless, boo. Bye.